Hello friends, welcome to my channel 5 Minutes History. In this video, let's explore the history of the Pallavas of Kanchipuram, one of the most significant dynasties of ancient India, known for their tremendous contributions to Indian culture, religion and architecture. Their rule, which spanned from 3rd to 9th century CE, marked an important phase in the development of the Tamil civilization and shaping of southern India's historical landscape. The Pallavas emerged as a regional power in southern Andhra and northern Tamil Nadu region around 4th century CE, likely as the feudatories of the Satavahan dynasty. After the fall of the Satavahanas, Pallavas established an independent kingdom with Kanchipuram as their capital. Throughout their rule, the Pallavas faced constant conflicts with the Chalukyas to the north and Tamil kingdoms of Cholas and Pandyas to the south. The first significant Pallav ruler, Simhavishnu, consolidated power over Kanchipuram and overthrew the Kalabras, the then rulers of the ancient Tamil-speaking regions, establishing Pallav dominance up to the Kaveri River. The reign of his son Mahendravarman I marked a period of cultural development, military campaigns, and architectural innovations. One of his key achievements was defeating the Chalukya king Pulakeshin II in a series of conflicts, although he lost the northern provinces to the Chalukyas. The Pallavas became a major southern Indian power during the reign of his son Narasimhavarman I, who defeated and killed the Chalukya emperor Pulakeshin II at the Battle of Vatapi in 642 CE. He then led his armies into the Chalukyan capital and completely destroyed it and earned the title of Vatapi Konda, or the one who conquered Vatapi. Narasimhavarman II Rajasimha was another great ruler, overseeing a period of cultural and military prosperity. During his reign, the Pallavas were by and large the most powerful military force in the Indian subcontinent. He maintained a close relationship with the Tang rulers of China and dominated the islands of Lakshadweep and Southeast Asia. But when his successors died early, the Pallava state went into chaos. Then, on the suggestion of the state ministers, a formal request was sent to the king of Kamboj in modern-day Cambodia to assume the throne. King accepted the request and sent his youngest son Nandivarman to Kanchipuram, who later ruled the Pallava kingdom as Nandivarman II. The Pallavas dominated the southern Telugu region and the northern parts of the Tamil region for about 600 years until the end of the 9th century, when the last Pallav ruler Aparajit was defeated by the Chola ruler Aditya I. Pallavas were great patrons of art and architecture. Of all the great powers that together built the history of South India, none had a more marked effect on art and architecture of this region than the earliest of all, the Pallavas. South Indian Dravidian style of temple architecture began during the Pallava rule. The Pallava rulers were great builders and commissioned the construction of numerous temples, many of which continue to stand as masterpieces of ancient Indian architecture. It was a gradual evolution from rock-cut temples to monolithic rathas and then to structural stone temples. The rock-cut temples built during the reign of Mahendravarman I were really an innovation in the sphere of art, as no other building material were used in the construction. Therefore, Mahendravarman I was hailed as Vichitrachit, or the one with unique thoughts. In these rock-cut temples, we find the Sanctum Sanctorum and beautiful sculptures on the walls. The pillars are carved in such a way that they stand on the heads of lions. Narasimhavarman I Mamalla converted the port of Mamallapuram, later known as Mahabalipuram, into a beautiful city of art and architecture and adorned it with magnificent monolithic rathas, now called Panch Pandav Rathas. Each rath or the chariot was carved out of the single piece of rock. The structures are named after the Panch Pandavas of the epic Mahabharata. Most famous among these are the Mahishasur Mardani, Trimurti, and Varaha Mandapas. During the reign of Narasimhavarman II Rajasimha, first structural temples were built in South India. Notable among these are the Kailashnath Temple at Kanchipuram and Shore Temple at Mamallapuram. Kailashnath Temple, the first structural temple of South India, is considered the crown jewel of the Pallava art. It became a trendsetter for other similar temples in South India. The temple's foundations are made of granite, which could withstand the weight, while the superstructure, including the carvings, are all made of sandstone. The temple complex is complete in all respects, as it has the Garbhagriha or the Sanctum Sanctorum, Antartal or the inner enclosure, Mandap or the pillared hall, a high compound wall, and an entrance gate or the Gopuram. Vaikuntha Perumal Temple, Mukteshwara Temple, and Matangeshwara Temple at Kanchipuram, built during the reign of the later Pallava rulers, are also magnificent examples of the Pallava architecture. During the Pallava rule, Hinduism thrived alongside Jainism and Buddhism. The Pallavas were known for their religious tolerance. They supported multiple faiths and encouraged intellectual debates between the scholars of different religious traditions. Chinese traveler Xuanzang, who visited Kanchipuram during the reign of Narasimhavarman I, reported that there were 100 Buddhist monasteries and 80 Hindu temples in Kanchipuram. This period saw a confluence of ideas, and the Pallava court became a center for philosophical discussions and cultural exchanges. The Pallavas also fostered the spread of the Bhakti movement, a devotional expression of Hinduism that emphasized personal devotion to the deities. Though their political power eventually waned, the legacy of the Pallavas continued to influence the culture, religion, and architecture of South India for centuries to come.